back to another episode of the It's Just Different podcast, man. And we are on the eve of the NFL Draft 2022. And right now I'm going to give you my pick in the first round for the Minnesota Vikings. Whether they pick down, slide up, I don't care. I'm going to give you the guy I think they should pick and the guy that I want them to pick. Or guys, whether... Now, the Athletics' Chad Graff, who covers the Minnesota Vikings, came out today and said if the Minnesota Vikings were to slide up from 12 to a spot that they seem would be reasonable in the trade, it'd be up to get cornerback Ahmad Sauce Gardner or Tavon Walker, defensive end edge rusher from Georgia. Now, Tavon Walker seems to be going number one to the Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't know why he's risen up boards without playing any games, without any production. Aiden Hutchinson seems to be the real deal. I'm not just saying it because I'm a Michigan guy, but he does not have a weakness as a pass rusher or a run stuffer. So it is what it is, man. Jacksonville is going to do Jacksonville Jaguars things. I could give a shit less. The Detroit Lions is number 2, and I know my friends who are Lions fans will love for Aiden Hutchinson to stay home. So we'll see what happens. There's a lot of smoke going on. This is draft season smoke, right? Right, 48 hours before the draft, you start hearing a bunch of crazy, weird stuff. I will not be surprised if Deebo Samuel got traded here in the first round, maybe in the first 10 picks. Somebody traded one of their top 10 picks for Deebo Samuel. I wouldn't be shocked if one of the quarterbacks did not go early at all. So that's not a surprise. It seems to be, as we get closer to the day of the draft, which is tomorrow, it seems to be like offensive linemen are the thing to hear about. You have a lot of teams that need offensive line help, and these are the most talented, the guys that you think will day one come in and do the best are the offensive linemen. It seems like because their talent is such elite guys, blue chip guys. So I wouldn't be shocked to see about 4 of those guys go in the top 10. I wouldn't be shocked at all. I wouldn't be shocked if there's three edge rushers in the top 10, and then of course the 2 defensive backs. Now, the two defensive backs are Derek Stingley Jr. and Ahmad Sauce Gardner. I've talked about those guys numerous times on the channel, and from my perspective, from everything I've been reading, everything I've been listening to, it does not seem like either one of these guys are going to be falling. I think they both may very well go in the top 10. And if that's to happen, you mean the Minnesota Vikings would have their fair share of wide receivers. Maybe one of the edge rushers will fall. And when you talk about draft value, right? I listened to Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah, the GM for Minnesota Vikings press conference, and he's a very smart guy. He understands value in picks. Rick Spielman will always trade back, and come and have all these freaking 6th, 7th round picks. And Kwesi said, look, none of those picks equal to the first pick, right? So you're not gonna do a bunch of trading back to get a bunch of guys that are not going to be, guys that are going to make your roster, basically. So when you're looking at positional value in the NFL, the NFL is a different NFL today. You have positional value. You have quarterback, right? You have the offensive tackle because you have to protect the quarterback. You have edge rushers who have to get after the quarterback. You have cornerbacks that have to defend against the quarterback, and then you have wide receivers. It's a passing league. Now, out of all those positions, Minnesota's not going to draft a quarterback. We with the extension of Kirk Cousins, we have him for another 2 years at least. So I look for a quarterback next year. Edge rusher, if one of those elite guys fall, yeah, but they're not. I don't believe for 1 second either one of those guys are going to fall. Kayvon Thibodeau from Oregon, either. I don't know. Those 3 guys are not falling. Then you have Jermaine Johnson, who may fall, the defensive end from Florida State. Then you have the offensive tackles. Minnesota has, we have Christian Darrisaw, the left tackle. He played pretty well last year as a rookie. Then we got Brian O'Neill, who's been solid since he got into the league. So we have that down pat. Now you can draft one of those guys and play them at guard. I forgot which lineman is kind of shorter than the most. And the Cowboys did that with Zach Martin. He's a tackle in college. They moved him to guard. He's had a fantastic career. So I don't see that happening though. I do not see the Minnesota Vikings drafting an offensive lineman. So now, we keep going positional value, positional value, positional value. Cornerback Trick McDuffie from Washington is going to be there. He's going to be at 12, right? Now, do you want the third best cornerback at a position, third best player at a position? When you feel like there's a drop off between Stingley and Gardner, and then McDuffie. There's a drop off, and then McDuffie's smaller too. He's a slot guy, so I wouldn't do that necessarily, but I wouldn't be upset if they did that. I wouldn't be upset if they did that if they traded back. If they do it at 12, I'd probably be ticked off. But then you have when guys get jumped in this draft, when something crazy happens, that means an elite player is going to fall. So if one of these quarterbacks somehow get picked in the top 10 randomly, then you look at the board as the Vikings fan, you go, oh, that guy's going to fall. So for me, at number 12, if I'm the Minnesota Vikings, who do I pick? He's the hottest name at receiver right now, but if he's at 12, I'm picking Jameson Williams, wide receiver from Alabama. Now, I understand he's coming off an ACL injury, but all signs point to him having a full recovery. He's actually doing well, they say. He has Tyreek Hill speed, right? He's come out of college. He has the speed of Tyreek Hill, but he has the route running already because he's at Alabama, and it was at Ohio State. And, he will blow the top off of defenses with Justin Jefferson already, Adam Thielen, and also KJ Osborne. Listen, I don't care if we get to pick 10 and he hasn't come off the board and you think he's going to get taken. Listen, you want the mid-round pick? Because I need to get this guy, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, if he's gone, I go Drake London or Garrett Wilson. More likely Garrett Wilson. For what we need in this offense. I would not be opposed to getting Chris Olave either. Chris Olave has killed my Wolverines over the years. You see the Wolverines poster in the back. He's killed my Wolverines over the years. I would respect the hell out of that dude if he went to Minnesota. But that's my pick. If I'm the Minnesota Vikings, bump all the smoke screen, all the BS. I am picking Alabama wide receiver Jameson Williams. I see y'all tomorrow, man. Peace.